Hi, Instagram friends. I wonder who out there has ever had the fleeting thought of, who am I anyway? What happened to that person that used to love downhill skiing and hasn't done it in 20 years? Where was that person that used to be so creative in the kitchen and now I feel like it's doldrums when I'm making dinner for the family? Have you ever felt like you've lost who you are and you just don't know who you are anymore? I think this is more common than we think it is. I think it's happening to more people around us than we assume it is. We might think that it's only happening to us, and we might try to shrug it off as, no, this isn't, like, that can't be true. But I think maybe we need to stop and sit with that for a few minutes and really take time to evaluate, do we know who we are? Have we lost the person that we thought we were? Do we feel like we're doing so many things for so many other people in our lives that we're not doing enough for us? We're not doing enough things that make us feel true to who we are. I think that you can get lost in life in a lot of different ways. If you're a parent, you certainly could easily slip out of who you are because you're doing everything for little people in your lives. You're putting them first and quite often forgetting to do things for yourself, to keep yourself sane, but also just to remember who that person is. Relationships is another easy place to lose who you are. We often go into a relationship with a ton of different little hobbies and things that interest us and things that we're doing for us. And that's what makes us attractive to that other person. Then all of a sudden you find yourself in a relationship and it's easy to let those things slip away. You want to spend more time with each other. Sometimes you have the luxury of having those common hobbies and interests that you can share and do together. But a lot of times those things that you loved, you let slip. And suddenly you wake up years later and realize, I miss doing those things, or do I still like doing those things? I used to do those things and I don't anymore. So it's easy to lose yourself by giving too much of yourself to somebody else. And it's hard to find that balance. I, from experience, have realized this is something that's more common maybe in women than men. Men have sometimes a little bit of an easier time holding on to their me time and me activities. And that's not necessarily true all the time, but it's just in, my personal evaluation of people around me and experiences of things that have been shared with me. It just seems more common. And it could be that you've lost yourself because you're giving yourself to your career development, and you might think that that's who you are and what you want, but you wake up one day and you don't like the line of work that you're in, or you don't really know if this is what you want to be doing, but you've been putting in so many years and so many hours and so much time, effort, money sometimes into it that you don't, you feel guilty about, even evaluating it. If any of this is resonating with you, first of all, put something in the comments below, because I do, like I said, think it's more common than it's often talked about and discussed openly. But I also wanted to let you know about a workshop series that's coming up that I'm participating in called True You. And there are 9 amazing, incredible women that are leading individual workshops based on their expertise or their area. And it's helping people, not just women, but people, find their center again, figure out who they are again, find ways back to that person that they may have lost, or, as we hit different milestones and different points in our lives, who we are changes. And do we keep up with that? Are we self-aware enough along our journey to know that and recognize that? So what I tend to talk a lot about is divorce and post-divorce healing and finding yourself after divorce. But the workshop that I plan to provide in this virtual series, it doesn't just apply to people that have gone through divorce. I think finding your way back to yourself can be something that maybe prevents a divorce or prevents a relationship breakdown, but it applies to more women and men than just those going through something very traumatic. So if this interests you at all, I'll put all the information below. And if the virtual workshop series is not something that you want to attend, just keep following along on this account, and I'll touch on ways to find yourself again and to find your way back to yourself again on this account. If you are a divorced mom, I have a special group on Facebook for you. If you would like to join us there, we talk about this among other things, just little ways that you can, figure out who you are again. For example, do you remember how you make your spaghetti sauce with the ingredients, the flavors, the spices, the herbs that you like? Or do you just know how to do it to please everybody in your little family? That's just one other little way that we tend to lose ourselves. I don't think it's one big thing that happens where we lose ourselves. I think it's a million little things. And then we suddenly wake up and go, who am I? I don't remember how I liked to make this recipe before I had to modify it to make it for everybody else. I don't even know if I like those ingredients anymore. So it's little things like that. Again, if you're interested in this virtual workshop or series, I will post the information below, and let's find ourselves. Let's hold on to that inner person that we sometimes find ourselves untethered from, and let's hold on to authenticity, chase authenticity, and really just progress forward in a more true way to us. Have a great week. Hope you're all doing well. And if you have any questions or comments, post below.